I really don't like when people just kind of like come at me saying like,
you're ruining it for everybody else.
as long as you stay consistent, you're sure to find success. Just keep at it, keep working. What's up guys, Sean here. I go by Taylor Exchange, and today we're gonna go over what sold. So I'm gonna do this from the desktop. I have a bunch of items that sold. Now I only pulled the ones that I thought were worth mentioning, and that means it sold for like 15 to 20 bucks plus shipping. I charge $8.99 shipping. So these are items that if you find for less than $7, you absolutely can make a profit. I typically try to make about $10 profit. Last year, if you watched my income video, I made $207,000 in sales and I profited about $7 per item. I ended up with $65,000 around that. So yeah, you sell a lot of items, you make some profit. I didn't want to put the cheap ones. These are the better ones. Let's start with this one right here. Harley Davidson. Now, when you find Harley Davidson, definitely look for the skulls. This is a very aggressive looking like vest here. And notice I did not put the front picture as like the first profile picture. I put the back. The reason I put the back is because it's awesome. If you saw this on an eBay listing, you definitely would want to check it out and look into it more. This was a really good size large. It says $36.75. That's because it was on discounted. I discount my items every day. I take the oldest items out of my store, not out of my store, but I discount them by 5%. I take them out and I sell similar, discount 5%. It gets these things moving. Now the buyer did not pay 36 bucks. He actually paid $30 plus $8.99. So he sent an offer of 30 bucks plus the shipping, $8.99. Major profit here. Next item. This is one that I thought could go for a lot more money. It's this brand, Isaiah or Isaiah. Anyway, this was a shirt. I actually made a reel about this when I first started making like short form content. I have a lot of reels on Taylor Exchange Facebook page as well as my Instagram. I don't really put a bunch of them on YouTube just because I don't know if that like affects my long form videos. But anyway, you can check out those pages if you want to see some shorts. I thought this would be a better one. I ended up accepting an offer, and I got to look at like this other page here, $29 plus the shipping on this shirt. So I thought this was like a $50 shirt. Maybe maybe it's the size, maybe just the style, the color wasn't very good, but still a pretty good profit. It's a brand I don't come across very often, Issa, and yeah, man, my beard does not grow in like right here, so I got to throw the comb over. Don't let people know that, but like I got to comb over because the beard isn't like super thick. It's a work in progress. Anyway, here's a Zegna one. I'm not even going to pronounce the first part of the name, but Zegna beige paisley. I mean, this thing is tremendous. Like, it's a size large. It's got awesome coloring. Now, anything that's paisley, if it's a mid-tier brand or better, it's probably going to sell. If something's pearl snap, it's got a good chance to sell. This one here was, oh, this is a button shirt. I thought it was a pearl snap. This was a button shirt. And the buyer on this one, he sent an offer of $20. So $28.99 shipped for a shirt like this. Probably paid like $5. Most items, I think the average buy cost last year was $5 per item. I'll let you know if I for sure paid like more. Like that Harley Davidson one, I probably paid at least $9 for that one because the thrift store would not let that go for cheap. Here's one that a lot of people pass on. This is Ralph Lauren. I call this the picnic plaid. I did put gingham plaid in the title, but this is the orange one. You know, they have red ones in this color or this pattern, all that stuff. Pretty basic. It's a size medium. I actually might have had this in my closet at one point in time. So they sent an offer of $16 plus $8.99 shipping. So 16 plus 9, that's 25 bucks. Probably paid like $4 for this one right here. Next up, we got 32 bars blues. I like 32 bar blues. First time I ever found it, I was excited because I hadn't seen it before. I feel like whenever a brand has this stitching right here, it means it's a little bit better. And you can see here, I have the barb in here. My employee, Randy, she cuts the barbs, the tags off, but she leaves the barbs because I say I don't think it matters. And you can tell this shirt still sold even with the barb there. So just little things to save time. They actually, they got this on an offer that I sent to them. So I sent them an offer, probably 30% off. I usually send 30% off because that moves the needle for a lot of people to convert on the sale. 10, 15, 20% doesn't really do it. 30%, that's kind of what I'm willing to part ways with. So they paid $25.19 plus $8.99 shipping for this. And it's not quite a flannel, but this is likely one of their thicker styles. I just don't know how to explain if a shirt is a flannel or just like a thicker type cotton. I'm not an expert at this, folks. I'm just here trying to like show you the way. This is Buckle Black label. A lot of people sleep on Buckle Black label. Anything like in a black shirt, long sleeve button shirt, you can picture a guy going to a bar or like a club wearing something like this. And I usually have more success with bigger sizes and the color black. So for this one, $29.99, but I know they sent an offer. It's going to be $25 plus $8.99 shipping for Buckle Black. And yeah, you know, most of these $5 on, sometimes they price Buckle Black up, but some stores just price it at the standard price. Next, we have Mountain Hardwear. I'm still somewhat bullish on Mountain Hardwear. I watched the show Life Below Zero. It's an Alaskan show, and I saw a guy wearing Mountain Hardwear gear. So, well, not gear, but like, you know, Mountain Hardwear clothing. Because there is Alaskan, I think it's called Alaska Hard Gear. It's Duluth Alaskan Hard Gear. That's actually a brand too. But yeah, this is Mountain Hardwear. It's got this little nut right here for, you know, tools, just a plain quarter zip, and I can tell you they paid full price, so they did pay the $18.99. Yeah, and look, it only had 5 viewers, so it sold pretty fast, and that's one that I'm still pretty bullish on. You know, I'll pick this up as long as the numbers make sense. Haller Bros. Now, this was a pearl snap, or not a pearl snap. This is a pearl snap polo, which is kind of unique. It's a size medium. You can see here 21 on the pit to pit, and Haller Bros is a strong brand. That's why I wear this hat right here. I think it's a great hat. I might have Taylor Exchange hats coming. I'm talking to somebody about making them. I just don't know if they're like that great looking. Like, I may just do it anyway just to see, but I really do like this hat. I love this brand. Heed the call, Haller Bros. I put it for $39.99. I go pretty high on these, but they actually sent an offer of $20 and I accepted because $29 for a used polo, that's okay with me. Vintage Levi 560s. The reason these are the vintage ones is because if I see paper tag, I consider it vintage. I don't know how true that is. I know there's a way to see like the dates on here. I don't really know how to do that though. But yeah, this is most likely vintage. I put vintage. Did it have any issues? No. So yeah, I'm really a buyer when it comes to 560s. Levi 560s are probably one of the better ones. Notwithstanding like silver tab and like some, you know, even more vintage than this. They paid $22 plus $8.99, so $31 on a used pair of jeans. The size is great, 36-34, and you can see in parentheses here I put 36-35. And the reason I do that is because the actual measuring of the jean is different. You can see here it's stretched out some from the original measurement. It's very important to put that because you will get a lot of returns if you don't do a lot of measurements. Trust me. It happens, but we're in the clothing category, and that's kind of what happens if you're going to take this path of reselling. Next up, we have silver Zach jeans. Zach is just the style of the silver jeans. Silver has these different names. They have like, I think Derek, Aiden, Carter, Zach. I feel like there's another one that's pretty common that I'm missing. But anyway, 40-30. These are actually 41-28. So they're wider in the waist and shorter on the inseam. Anytime I see an inseam that's off by 2 inches, I get a little worried. I'm not really sure how inseam works. I know you measure it from like the crotch down to the end, but some pants, like dress pants, the inseam's way off, but that's because the rise is really long. The rise is going to be, not in this one, but that other pair of jeans. This is the rise photo. That, that kind of dictates the inseam. So the inseam is actually from one side of that little meetup where all 4 of those seams meet. That is going to be where I measure the inseam. So I went to Google to figure that out a couple years back, and that's pretty much what I go with. So the silver jeans here, $27.93 marked out. That's because they actually paid $20 plus shipping. So when it comes to silver jeans, I usually pay $10. I really don't like to pay more. These were not in the best condition. They kind of felt a bit like used and worn, but if they're in really good condition, I'll pay up to $15 just because some of these styles actually go for more money and the sizing is a big deal. So if you guys have been following the channel, when it comes to jean sizes, 32-32 up to 36-36, anything in between that range of jeans is going to be better than some of the other ones. The only ones that are like really better than that are if the waist is very small and then the inseam is very big. Whenever the waist is really big and the inseam short, that kind of depicts a lot of America, big waist, short legs, but they just don't sell as well. So I don't know, maybe because they're more common. I'm not truly sure on that. I just know what the data tells me because I've been, selling these clothes for a couple years now and just trying to pass that along to you. This next one is Mugsy. I always want to say Mugsby for some reason. Mugsy. This is the Piers jean. When it comes to Mugsy, you can see here 68% cotton, 19% rayon, 11% polyester, and then whatever percent spandex. What that means is these jeans are not tough jeans. These jeans are stretchy. They're almost like, not quite sweats, but like they're super comfortable. So what you're going to end up having is a bunch of puckering, and that's when you see like striations in the jean themselves. And you're going to see like, thinness. You're going to see like thin in the crotch. That's like a big problem with these jeans. So I list them at $39.99. Somebody sent an offer on these for less, and it was, let's see, I gotta scroll down this other page. Ragnar's barking in the back. That's my dog, Ragnar. $25 they sent an offer. So I'm really quick on turning items around. I have about 5,200 items in my store. I want to cut down to about 4,000 because my wife and I are going to be doing a move. So that's going to be happening in the next year. And I actually am kind of losing out on space. We're gaining in other space, but I'm kind of losing out with my in-house business warehouse. So that's going to be in development, and I'm going to have to, guys, like fill you in on like what my strategy is, because I do not want to pay for external storage. I already have the office downtown that I use for photos and trying to like acquire customers through like buy sell trade type deals, and I don't want to add on more cost per month just for storage. So we're going to figure it out. I may build like another shed. Actually, I'm definitely going to build a shed. I just don't know how big and like fancy I want to build it. So we'll just have to cross that bridge when it comes, but I'm constantly thinking of new strategies for that. But anyway, yeah, I'm turning and burning these items. I got some hate, some people disagreeing, saying like, you're cutting the market, like us trying to wait for more money, like you're ruining it for other people. Like, hear me out. I'm in this to make money. I'm not going to lower my prices, I'm not going to raise my prices just because you feel like I'm undercutting the market. Like, free market capitalism is a real thing. It's what this country was built on. And I really don't like when people just kind of like come at me saying like, you're ruining it for everybody else. It's like, I'm sorry, too bad. Like, try to figure out what everyone else is doing and get in the game. Like, figure it out. If these are $40 jeans and I'm selling them for $35, including shipping, like, guess what? People are probably going to buy mine first. And if I can find more of these than you, maybe you need to go out and find more jeans. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to show you the most I can about like what to pick up and stuff. But when people come at me like negative on social media, I'm always surprised. It usually doesn't get to me because, well, I really don't care what people think. But I feel bad when people seem like they can't get out of their own way. Like, they want to make excuses for why things aren't working well in their lives. And I'm kind of like, well, I source 26 hours a week. Like, that's a lot of hours. I go to I go to dozens of stores each week, and I look for items that I know sell. So if you can't do that, or you have like something limiting you, maybe you need to sell something way more expensive so you don't spend all your time like looking on the computer for that one item. Like, car sales is a tremendous thing. I mean, it's been happening for years. I think that's a good play to be in. I also think social media content is a good thing to be in too. Not just like eBay reselling, but like making content for other businesses. I think is a tremendous plan of attack if you want to make some money out there with relatively like easy money. Let's just call it like that. All right, so we got a pair of Page jeans. These are the Page Lennox jeans. Lennox is definitely not the best ones. I think Federal is the best ones, or Federal if you want to call it that. And Page is similar to the Mugsy, and that's going to be like very thin material. So you need to look out for puckering and like, wear in the crotch area. These dark jeans usually sell better. I priced them at $39.99, and we're going to look. I took an offer of $20. So again, $20. I've sold these for more money. I know I've sold the Federal ones for like $40 or more, but if somebody wants these jeans, I want them to get a good deal because I want them to come back to my store. I want them to buy like tons of jeans. So we're going to undercut the market if we need to. Here is Zegna again. Zegna is a tremendous brand. This is a pair of jeans here. Now look, 30.5 for the inseam is pretty short, and the waist was 35, even though they're labeled 36. Fairly new SKU, 23,000, and these people sent an offer of 25 bucks, and I gladly accepted that for a pair of jeans. Probably paid like $5. A lot of people sleep on Zegna in the thrift store. It says made in Romania, but it also has made in Italy. So if you find the Italy stuff, I think it's a little higher quality than the Romania one. But nonetheless, these are a tremendous pair of jeans. Last but not least, I saved the best for last, folks. This is Allen Edmonds. I picked these up at my local thrift store. They did have some wear, but they all had the bags. And they wanted 25 bucks a piece, and I bought 5 pair for 20 a piece. So they cut me a deal, gave me a pair for free. Well, is that right? 20? Yeah, pretty much. So I sold these. I listed them at $69.99 because I thought that was fine, and I ended up accepting an offer of $55.99 plus $8.99 shipping. So these I will not put in a poly bag. I have some of the USPS shoe boxes, so I'm going to box them up, put them in the bags. Really great shoe. Now, these are the Grayson ones for Allen Edmond. You can see here, Grayson. They're not the best ones. There's McAllister's, I think, are even better than these, but, it's got the words like tassel, loafer, slip-on, leather. I mean, they're in really nice condition here. And I instantly knew that it'd be good. And the thrift store did their job. They looked them up too. They priced them at a pretty good price. So you can't really hate the thrift store for trying to make the most money on some of these. Like, obviously, I would have loved to pay $5 for these, but they made money off of me. I made money off of them. And guess what? They were happy to move them. They're like, oh, we got a $100 sale. Like, they were happy. So, resellers, it is a real job. We're not the reason thrift stores are going up in price. We don't control gas prices. Like, I have so many crazy people, especially with the Facebook Reels, that I get commenters of people that are just like insane. So please heed my advice. Find some of these items. Make some money out there. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.